What's good, family? How y'all feeling?
What's up? What's up? Happy Tuesday. Back again.
Back again. Y'all know how we rocking, man. Super excited to be back for the MHEI interview series season number 4.
Oh,
Big
oh,
4. You know what
yes.
I'm saying?
Yeah, so thank y'all for joining. I see some people hopping in. We got another good one for you guys tonight. I'm super excited because I was just telling her before we hopped on, like, I need to get the tea, girl. Like, how do you
Yeah.
do it? So we're going to get into it so
Yeah.
y'all can talk about this work-life balance. We're going to get all into the tea. So I'm super excited.
Yeah. So do us a favor. Listen, if you're jumping on, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't. Make sure you like and share. We are broadcasting live from YouTube and Facebook. We truly appreciate you. Make sure you share this with somebody because again, we coming with a lot of value as usual. And this time we bringing our squad with us. So man, this is gonna be super exciting. I'm man, like this one. This another one, man. So we see. Let's see. We got some people already checking in. So real quick, man. You know how we do it. We want to see where you checking in. Put in the chat. Roll call. Where you checking in from? Let's see who we got in the building so far. Let's see who we got. Who we got? We got Terrence. What up, Terrence? How you feeling? How you feeling?
What's going on, Terrence?
We got the King 0158. What's up? He said he ready. Hey, I'm ready too, man. We about to get into
Let's
it.
get into it.
Let me know where y'all checking in from. Go ahead and drop that in the chat. Oh man, let's see. We got Terrence Chesapeake VA. Okay, VA in the house. You know, we checking in from the Windy City, Chi-Town. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Facebook, it say Facebook user. What up, family? How you feeling? Let's see. Let's see. See where y'all checking in from. So listen, while we going ahead and we, again, we getting about to get this one warmed up. Um, I'm curious to know, Sharndice, we didn't did, is this our fourth one? This is the fourth interview
Yeah.
series of this season. And we didn't have some good ones. We didn't
Yeah,
have
we
some
have.
real good ones. But this interview, I'm very, very curious. Because again, this queen a doctor.
Yes, she is. And she's been killing it
Yeah.
from like she joined our fast track, but she's been killing it for years
Yeah.
before that, right? Like
Yeah.
she's one of our day ones.
Facts.
So I'm just excited to talk about everything that she's been doing because, yes, my
Man,
queen, my sister hustler. Okay, we're
yeah,
going to get into it.
that's a fact. So do me a favor, y'all. Before we bring her up, I need y'all to put some fire signs in the comments. Drop the drop the fire. We gotta warm this up before we bring this next guest on because I know this one's gonna be valuable. Because like Sharni said, she's definitely been a day one, been putting in work. Again, if y'all see the title tonight, again, the title is 10K profit from a free mobile home. But we ain't gonna just talk about that. We talking about a little bit more than just this deal. But we gonna get into it. Y'all hit it. 10K profit from a free mobile home. I need y'all to warm this up. And I know it's a delay. So without further ado, I'm just gonna bring the queen up because I know the fire sign's gonna come eventually. Without further ado, man, let's bring up Dr. Shakira Fudge.
Hey,
What's up,
Hey, what's
queen?
going
what's
on?
up?
How you
I'm so happy to
feeling?
be here. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
Oh
amazing.
man. Oh man, I love
Nice.
it. I love it. No, it's dope. Again, Tuesday. I feel like anybody checking in with us, it's always dope when they checking in. It's a Tuesday night. They could be anywhere, but they chose to learn about mobile home investing.
Yeah.
That shows the dedication. That shows that the difference, again, what you're doing with your time, what you're choosing to do. So, man, Miss Shakira, it's good to see you.
Yes.
It's
I
good
feel
to
like
see
what we
y'all.
I know, right?
Houston. That's the
Yeah,
last time we saw
Houston.
you.
Yeah, and that
Houston, yeah.
was June.
Yep, that's the first time we met in person,
Right, right,
and the last
right.
time we saw each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So we're gonna get right into it. So tell us about yourself. Who is Dr. Shakira Fudge?
Who am I? So I'm originally from Syracuse, New York, born and raised. And
Nice.
growing up, I wanted to be Dr. Doolittle, Eddie Murphy version.
I
And
love it.
But when I was in high school and I got my first job at McDonald's, I always had like this desire to invest and not knowing really what to invest in because I didn't know anyone around me who was investing and I didn't have a lot of education in it. So I just saved and saved and saved. But fast forward, I graduate vet school. I moved to Cali. I get my first job. I'm like, hey, I'm about to be making money. Nah, those taxes in Cali and the cost of living was not.
It wasn't
I
doing
got my
it.
check like so. Yeah, I had to get like a part-time job. I ended up getting 2 part-time jobs. Working on the side. I was working 14 days, 21 days straight, and COVID happened and it slowed me down completely. And during that time, I came across Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And that completely like changed my mindset about money. And so I knew that I had to invest in the stock market and or real estate. And so I'm listening to Bigger Pockets on YouTube, but then y'all popped up. And I was like, who is this young Black couple talking about mobile homes? So I'm listening to y'all on Earn Your Leisure podcast, and like everything y'all was saying was hitting. I'm like, okay, the low capital needed up front, the passive income without being a landlord through seller financing, not needing a title company or a lawyer to close, fast closing. The ROIs, they talking to me. They speak to me. Then y'all went on about like how much the course costs, and I was like, I'm not. I'm just gonna get my mobile home. I'm gonna get my mobile home certificate from YouTube University.
Yeah.
And no. So eventually I changed my mindset to say that like y'all course was not an expense, it was an investment.
Nice.
And so I invested in it, and it's just I've been rocking with it since then. But I desired a life of freedom. I want financial independence, and I want to be walking on the beach. Like I love it. I want that soft life. What everybody talking about? That soft life. So
okay, listen.
I'm just happy. I'm happy.
I love it.
I love it.
Man, that's dope. Again, definitely sharing your journey, but just even knowing, like you said, like, man, I'm gonna have to go to YouTube University and understanding that is an investment. So let me ask you this. When you got introduced to mobile home investing, you hear about all this. What was one strategy that really stood out for you with mobile home investing?
Wholesaling, of course, because with my hectic schedule, wholesaling was just, I was able to manage my time better with it. Nice. I'm the middleman. I can just, I put my signs out on Friday. I contact, the sellers contact me. They send me pictures. I post it on Facebook Marketplace. At this point, I'm not really necessarily doing a whole bunch of work up front. And then once I establish my buyers list, and I work with investors only, that also works for my schedule. Because
I put them at the right time.
Okay, come on, hold on.
She's going real quick, bar. Okay. She going right into it.
She said, "I work with investors only."
Keep
period. Okay.
Period. Pooh. Period. Because investors, they already have their moving company, or they are a moving company. And so I already know the home's gonna get moved. I'm gonna get paid in time. Boom, move on to the next deal. Nice. So wholesaling is that's the strategy that stood out to me, and I actually have only wholesale. So yeah,
I love it. No, that's I like that. I like that. So let's get into it, right? I know. So we titled this 10K profit from a free mobile home, right? So walk us through how you got a free mobile home, and then how you were able to make that profit of $10,000.
Oh boy. Yes, this was a free home, but it comes with a messy story. But I'm here to tell it all. So
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get into the tea, girl. I love it.
Let's get into it. So this was when I first started. I bought like 10 bandit signs. I'm like, I'm just gonna try it out.
Yeah.
So from those 10 bandit signs, I got a call, and the seller's like, hey, I just purchased this land. It came with this double wide. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't have the title, but if you can move it, it's yours. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go out there. It's like a early 2000, over 2,000 square feet. Like, it's solid. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna make some money off of this. So I posted, since it was technically like, he's like, yeah, you can have it. I didn't think to, like, at that time, put it under contract or get a bill of sale. So I posted on Facebook Marketplace because I wanted to have an exit strategy. I was planning on, I thought about keeping this one originally for myself, but I wanted an exit strategy. So I wanted to have a buyer just in case, whatever, because it was going to be a lot of work to move it, or a lot of cost up front to move it and all that and to fix it up. So posting on Facebook Marketplace, got a buyer. He was an investor. So he owned a park here. He got a moving company. Nice. And he's like, right on the spot. I don't think we were there for more than 5 minutes. He's like, I want it for $10K. And I'll have the check to you. This was Saturday. He said, I'll have the check to you on Monday. Ooh. So I'm like, talk nice to me. So,
right. Let's go. Let's go.
So I go back to the seller and I'm like, hey, I want it. And I wanted him to sign the bill of sale, you know, just essentially giving me the home for free, just documentation. And the seller's like, he's like, okay, I'm gonna get my lawyer to look at it. I'm like, okay, do you? Right. And here we go. So the buyer, in the meantime, since he's a mover, without my knowledge, he went back to the property to take measurements and things like that. Ran into one of the neighbors. One of the neighbors told him, oh, someone committed suicide in that home. Oh. So now, mind you, when I did a walkthrough, ain't no yellow tape, ain't no, you know, nothing in there to show that there was any evidence of that happening, right? So the buyer calls me and he's upset. Like, you didn't tell me the history of this home, and I didn't know, right?
Right.
So I go to the seller and I told him, you know, what the neighbor said, and he's like, nah, that's not true, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I lost that buyer. And so the thing was, he is like one of the 2 movers in this area. So my other leads, when you know, things were going up with, you know, my other leads and working on proceeding with them, they would call him and he like talked them out of buying this home. So like,
he was hating.
Yeah. So he was indirectly blocking my blessings. Okay.
Right.
Yes, that's a
but
fact.
God, I had another buyer that came in, and so I tell him up front, I said, you know, there's this rumor that this happened. And he was like, I don't care about that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Nice. All right.
So the buyer comes in and okay, so we're about to close. So he hands me a personal check, y'all. And I knew better because I took y'all course before this. Like, we not taking no personal checks. And but by this time, it's like 3 months done went by now, because like I said, I had leads that didn't go through because of this initial buyer. And y'all, the check bounced. Oh. I couldn't bounce it back. It bounced. Insufficient funds. Wow. And so I'm like, yo, I just got played. Like, I just got played with this free home. Whatever. So, but I got it together, had a little prayer. Yeah. And so I called the owner. I called the buyer directly because I was working with like his assistant. And I said, you know, this check bounced. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I'll hand you a cashier's check, you know, next business day. So then I finally closed, but that deal took 3 months. So just because that home was free, it came with a whole lot of lessons for sure. But your girl did make 10K. Okay.
Right.
So
I love it. I love it. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love it because again, you went through so many experiences, right, for that home. And I think that, that itself, it speaks volume because some people will quit, right? And again, even be, 3 months, having something free, but still being able to sell it for that amount. That's that's crazy. Like even if you listen, if you said, listen, I only made $3,000 in 3 months for a free home. I'm like, you made $1,000 a month, right?
Right.
But no, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You technically almost made $3,000 a month and some, you know what I'm saying? So that right there is really, really dope. I appreciate your experience, man. I hope anybody, if y'all got some value in there,
Yes, I hope y'all learn. Don't take no personal checks, right? Get them cashier checks. But that's good that you called the buyer and they were able to just rectify the situation and be like, okay, let me get you a cashier's check. And that just kind of shows that they were a good buyer as well in the end.
Yeah, I ended up working with that buyer more deals than they knew. Cashier checks only. Okay.
Hey. Nice. I love it.
No, that's super dope. Shout out Stacy, last week's guest, man. She came in, lit it up.
Yes,
she definitely on here throwing some great support. What up, Stacy, Elite Squad? So let me ask you this, right? So what I like, the reason I'm gonna ask you this, I'm gonna go into it. We can talk about it a little bit. What I've heard of you have been dipping dabbing in something a lot of people are scared of, and those are deals that have liens on them. So I'm curious to learn a little bit more about that. Can you talk about this? Walk us through one of those deals that had a lien on it, and before you do that, talk about what is a lien on a mobile home, and then walk us through that deal.
Yeah, so actually, my first deal ever had a lien on a mobile home. So I'm like, dang, I'm coming into this with
you coming in hot.
You coming in hot. You know?
Facts.
So pretty much a lien is it's like a mortgage on a home. The bank owned the home, they had the title, and until that lien is paid off, you're not going to get the title. So this home I got from Abandoned Sign, and the lady called me, said she just wanted the lien paid off, and it was $4K. It was a single wide 2-bedroom, like 1997 or something like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing this all scared. This is like my first deal, so like I'm just like going straight into the numbers and all that. And so that was our first phone call. So then I called her back to follow up to see when I can do a walkthrough. And she was like, well, I talked to my husband and we don't know you and you don't have no website and all this. And so I had to get into, I low-key got into my doctor mode, and I was like, okay, this is a client. I got to build rapport first. I'm like, so what concerns do you have? Like, how, and I just started to like tell her more about myself, what it is that I do outside of this. And she had a pet, and she said, oh, I bring this pet to your clinic. I'm like, really? Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I may have seen your pet before, and I'm trying to like work my way with that. And now she's like, okay, yeah, you can come over and da-da-da. So
building that relationship.
I
said building that relationship.
Relationships, key. Transparency, key. So she felt comfortable enough to give me the key so I can go in and out of the mobile home as I pleased. But I locked that deal up that weekend, and then I had the home under contract with the buyer in less than 24 hours. So the buyer, I posted it on Facebook, had a buyer message me, say, hey, I want to see this home tomorrow.
Nice.
So he comes and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll give you $9K, or it was, $9K. And I was like, oh, shoot, I'm really doing this. I'm really doing this. Like, it's my I'm really close for real. Like, this is my first deal. Like, this is really happening. And so yeah, I talked them into, so first of all, the seller had to allow me, like authorize me to access the account and authorize the buyer. And so then that brought the buyer comfort, because the buyer is talking directly to the account manager and with the bank, And so they're more comfortable with paying them directly off. And so I just let them do that instead of giving the money to me, because there was no title at this point. We had to wait like 3 weeks to get the title.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, they paid it off. The seller's happy.
Mhm.
They didn't want anything more than that. And
Right.
then the title came in 3 weeks. I picked up the title from the seller. I bought her dog a little toy, gave them a gift
Nice.
card, and because I was like, "Oh, I'm making more money than they are." But anyway,
Right.
I wanted to give them something, because they blessed me, and
Yeah.
so they were so happy with that little gift bag. So then when the title came, I met up with the buyer, got my check for $5,000. That was my first deal. And so now when I have homes with liens, I'm not bring it. I do homes with, I think I did like 3 deals with liens now.
Nice.
So yeah,
Hey, I love
even
it.
liens. Yeah, that lien was only $4,000. My second one was like $17,000. Got it done. Like any price.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
She said, "Bring me the challenges. Say less." Let's
Right.
go. Man, that's dope. And I'm glad everybody on here, if you hearing it, don't be scared of the lean homes if you have the experience, right? And you see how Shakira was able to solve the problem. Like that was the thing. Like it could have sometimes that would have deterred, and some people would have been like, "No, I'm not. I'm just gonna go to another deal because it got a lien on it,"
Well,
right?
that's 90% of our students.
Mm.
They always ask us about liens, and they feel that because it's a lien on the home, or they just always ask us like, what if it's a lien on the title? Like that's always like the fear question. And I feel like you kind of dispelled that because that was your first deal. And
Yeah.
even though it was new, you like, look, I'm gonna work through this because I see the opportunity, and I feel like, and then now when you did that first deal, now like you said, when you get a deal with a lien on it, you get a house with a lien on it, you like, oh, this ain't nothing. Come on, I got a buyer. I know we're gonna go to the account manager. Like you already have your process in place.
Facts. Nah, that's a fact.
Cool. So listen, let's get into the time management piece, right? Because you already told us that you a veterinarian, you a doctor. So how are you managing being a doctor and then investing in mobile homes?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
Can
it's
you hear
breaking
us?
up. Let me see. I can hear y'all
Okay.
now. I don't know what happened. We were in the matrix for a little bit.
I know.
Okay.
They ain't want us to be great, but go
They
ahead.
didn't want us to be great. So no, girl, I was getting into your time management tea. So I was asking you, how do you balance being such a beautiful Black veterinarian, Black woman veterinarian, and now investing in mobile homes? Like, how do you manage that?
Thank you, Queen. So I was just like, okay, one day out of the week, I got to work on my business. I just choose one day and I focus on, the foundation stuff, the organization, following up with my leads and things like that. And then Friday night, or Saturday morning, like around 5 a.m., 6 a.m., I'm putting out the banner signs. Now I'm be honest, that looks different now from when I started. Like when I started, my weekends was just mobile home investing. I would go driving for dollars, putting out signs. Now driving for dollars, I don't really prioritize that. I'm just putting out maybe 30 signs when I do this. And because my signs stay up, because I put the signs on stop signs and poles using zip ties, they stay up for weeks. So I don't find myself having to go out every Friday, right? And then not only that, when I was in Houston, I was telling Nicole, like, Nicole, I'm tired of putting out these banner signs now. Like,
Right.
And so she was like, you need to find some mentees. So I called a nonprofit organization in the area that work with young teens, and I had a meeting with the CEO, and I'm like, look, I would love to mentor some of your students about real estate investing and, you know, all the things, even like those interested in wanting to be a veterinarian, because it's only less than 1.5% of us out here. But anyway, so
queen, yes.
they're like, okay, yeah. So I'm in the process of working with that. So again, expanding, delegating. And so the goal is to pay them to put up my signs for me. And that's what I'm working on right now. So teamwork, you know, like mentorship and all that. I value all of that. And I want to do what I learned. I really want to, like what y'all doing, helping the culture, giving back to us. I have to pay that forward and starting young with underrepresented you know, minorities, kids, and underserved areas. So that's my target right there. And I'm gonna help them help me. So
yes,
I'm partnering up with that nonprofit to do that.
Wow, now that's huge. You know, I had to put those gems up because that is like, you know, you're helping at the same time while being helped, right? You're giving opportunity, and at the same time, it all goes hand in hand, because that opportunity, those signs, help people who need to sell their mobile home, which eventually help people who need affordable housing. You're helping teens to not only learn the business, right, but now they get to make some money, and then you get, you know, you pretty much from your purpose, you earn profit. So that's a dope turnaround. Like, you know, just kind of hearing that. So, like, you know, like, I mean, when I'm loving the flow of the interview, because again, it's always good, you know, for us, it's unrehearsed, unscripted. We get to learn new things about you. Let me ask you, what do you think your unique skill that has helped you become successful, and not only mobile home investing, but even as a veterinarian?
Authenticity. I'm just, you gonna get Shakira. I'm not filtering anything. I'm not code switching. And yeah, that's the first thing that came up to me. I was like, wait, let me think about that. But that was like authenticity. It's just the relationship part of just being transparent about, look, I tell half my, maybe all of my sellers, like, I'm a veterinarian. I do tell them that, because they'll see me, I'm in scrubs, and they'll say, oh, are you a nurse? And I'm like, you know what? I'm a veterinarian. I work at so-and-so. And they're like, oh, okay. And I said, I do this on the side to help me pay down my debt, you know, and they're like, oh, okay. And they support that. And I mean, and it's true. I'm, like I said, I have a ton of student loan debt. So this is a way to help me reach financial freedom. And I just feel like that makes me relatable. Like, you know, I'm not all dressed up. I go there with my scrubs right after work. And yeah, I'm just authentic. I'm just myself. I'm all I can be is Shakira. And that's what they get.
Let's go, man. People don't realize authenticity is a superpower.
It is.
Like, it's hard for people just to be themselves, right? Because they feel they won't be accepted, but people don't realize people want you for you. You want to be around people that accept you for you versus who you are portraying to be. So that authenticity, man, that's huge. Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get it, Shakira.
Cool. So let's get into, because I feel like we've talked about a lot of good things, right? But let's get into, you know, some things that may have happened along your journey. So what would you say with investing in mobile homes has been one of your biggest failures you've experienced, if you've experienced any, and what did you learn from that situation?
Ooh, right off the bat, I had this mobile home in a park that I had a partnership with. It was a 6-bedroom mobile home. It was originally a 4, but they made it into a 6-bedroom. And I was like, wow, this is lit. I'm about to get this home. I'm
like, I just have to picture
6 bedrooms.
6 bedrooms. Like, I'm trying to picture that right now.
Quadruple wide? What are we talking about?
Right. So I'm like, yo, I can rent out the rooms. This is a college town. Already got a partnership with the Mobile Home Park owner. I was so excited about this deal. And I was willing to, like, keep this home for myself. It's already in the park. Boom. That's why I had to move it. I wanted this deal so bad. I personally put down $1,000 as a deposit, and I don't typically put down deposits for deals, because I wholesale. But I wanted it so bad. I wanted him to know that I was serious because he had another interested buyer. This man took my money and then still sold the home to the other buyer. I had the contract with his license number. All like, no, he did not. And then he moved, completely changed his number. I'm over here around True People Search, like trying to find him up. I think I got a latest address. I do a drive-by. He not there. I'm like, man, I just lost, $1,000, but
yeah, $1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, but then I just thought about all the other blessings I got. I'm like, you know what? For this to be, $1,000 is a lot, but compared to what I made, I was like, okay, I'll take this L. I'll take this L. I would never do that again. I don't put down any deposits. No.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My report is my deposit. Me coming out there, that relationship is a deposit. I ain't putting no money down. Okay.
Yep. Your time is your deposit. Yes.
Wow, man.
My time is my deposit. So yeah, what ended up happening though, it was God. What ended up happening was like I said, I got a partnership with that park owner, and I found him a home. And this is to speak to about relationships. I found him a home in a different park, and he paid me a deposit of like $4,000 for that home, and that home flooded the next week before they can even do anything. Of course they didn't pay the remaining balance, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all deposit back, and he was like, nah, keep it. You can keep the $4,000. And he was like, you also lost money on the home that's in our park, so you can just keep it.
Wow.
I'm like,
wow. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Cool. Right. So you got it back in return. Right.
With interest. With three extra K. Right.
That right there really is perseverance, right? Like, man. Damn. Like, I'm mind blown.
Yeah, I mean, because when they had just bought the home, I put them in contact with one of my handyman, or that I knew of, that I never used, but a handyman, a cleaning lady. And so they really appreciated me like helping them build connections when they just bought that mobile home park. And so they just paid me for that. They were just like, no, you just keep it. You helped us a lot with this transition. You got it. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So it's like your biggest failure, right? It's like your biggest failure came out to be your biggest blessing. You still won in the end. And it's all based on the biggest thing that Byron and I have been saying for the past 5 years is that relationship. It's the relationship that still helped you to come out on the end. So no, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, and that's honestly like everybody is listening to it.
I gotta put in time for those relationships. They pay back.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a fact.
No, that's a fact.
And I think that like it like honestly, like, let me ask you this, like, what, like, even having that situation and anytime anything, like, what keeps you motivated? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have happened. You could have easily quit. Like, but what was your motivation behind continue going? Oops, can you hear me?
That wasn't gonna stop me.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Lord. Okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I think it had delayed on me.
We in the Matrix again.
Can you hear me? We see you clear.
I can hear you. I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. I think it froze.
Okay, we good? Okay. So if you can hear me, I think your question was what motivated me to keep going after that situation?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry, there's a delay. But I mean, I didn't really need any motivation. I was just it's it was just, I was already like in my momentum. Like that did not slow me down whatsoever. Like I was a little salty, yes, but I got on my
Yeah.
feelings and was like, I'm putting my energy, I'm not putting any energy towards that. Let me keep it pushing and moving on. Like I already decided like this was meant for me. Like the fact
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it came easy, but the out for me, like
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be here. And I was supposed to
Mm,
see that video with y'all.
Ooh,
right.
I love
So
it.
nah, can't stop, won't stop. Okay.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, I'm about to be
Period.
the
I love
Midwest
it.
mobile home queen over here. That little one hiccup was
Hey,
not gonna do anything.
Okay,
let's
I
go.
love it. I love it. No, that's what's up. So, man, this has been phenomenal. I know you didn't drop so many gems, so many little nuggets that I didn't even know about your journey. So, I know everybody watching is like super motivated and just ready to get going, especially those that have been kind of on the fence or you've got some deals, but you still kind of like, oh, I don't know. Like, I'm hoping everything that we talked about tonight with Shakira just gets you over that finish line. So, last question. Like we said, you one of our day ones, right? You got our course first, and then we saw you in Houston, and then you was like, okay, let me take the leap. Let me get into the fast track program. So talk about that. How did joining the fast track help you in your journey? And how do you feel it can help someone else in theirs?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, well, no, they didn't hear this. This is when I was backstage, but I wanted to scale my business.
Mhm.
I saw the journey of you all, how y'all, like I followed like for real, day one, like followed y'all
Yeah.
journey. Y'all own multiple parks now.
Mhm.
And I want to be like y'all. So why would I, even though with my experience, I'm not where y'all at right now, but I want to be in the room, you know?
Right.
So I joined and it helped because I'm connecting with other like-minded people who I can
Yeah.
Nice.
network with, partner with. I have a homegirl. Well, she my homegirl now. I met her in Houston. We check in with each other. She's like, "You got any deals? I got the money." Like she is ready.
Let's go.
So
Let's go. I
yeah.
love it.
And working with Nicole Briscoe, gotta shout out Miss Nicole Briscoe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wanted that 6 month of accountability with her. That is
Mhm.
one of the major things that attracted me to it. So for those out there who need that, their handheld and that A to Z actionable step, that guide, you have to do the elite squad. And even if you're experienced coming into it like me, if you want to scale, it's great for that as well.
Nice.
Since I've been in elite, I've made my website. It's the
Nice.
accountability for me. Like I got my
Yes.
website down, I hired my first employee, I got a third marketing strategy out, which is direct mailing. Um,
Nice.
and since then, I've been having more hot leads from that I learned from Nicole. So I'm at the point now where I can't even answer I can't answer the phone quick enough. I can't follow with these. So I'm interviewing someone this week
Nice.
to, as a virtual assistant. So I am just still continuing to evolve and scale, all because
Yes.
of joining the elite squad. Like that probably would have taken me longer to do without that
Mhm.
accountability and the discipline that comes with it, that assists you with your discipline. That comes with the program.
Wow,
Nice. I
man, that's
love
so
it.
dope. I'm
Yeah.
I'm loving hearing how you scaled your business because, like you said, you one of the day ones. So seeing you in a Facebook group, right, seeing you on early lives, seeing you, definitely seeing how you come to Houston and then making that investment and then seeing how you scaling your business. Like you said, now I'm hiring, meaning
Mhm.
that you
Mhm.
scaling because again, like you said, you're getting so many leads, so much traffic that he's like, okay, now as a business owner, I have to scale and I have to grow. And now you're providing even more opportunity as a business owner. That's man, I love it, man. This is always dope, man.
Yeah.
I love it, man. For real, for real.
Nice.
This is so dope. You're getting some love in the comments. Terrence says, man, dope content, peace and blessings on your continued success, Shakira. Man, I love it.
Thank
Yeah, this
you.
has been a good one.
Good vibes as usual. So, man, listen, Shakira, since you've been on here, right? I was gonna go ahead. I know some people like, well, what about the fast track, right? But I got something even a little special for y'all because we want to be able to help you all get started. And this is what I'm doing, on behalf of Shakira. We're gonna do something crazy, right? We're doing 75% off the Elite e-course, right? Really, that's $1,600 off the Elite e-course. Just go ahead and make sure you visit https mhei.online/1600 off. I'm gonna leave that up because I want you all to be able to take full advantage of the savings. I think I got it in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and let me see how I can put it again. Let's see.
The three dots.
Take advantage, man. That's a good deal.
All right. I think it's in the chat. If you're on Facebook, if you scroll up, it's in the chat as well for the direct link. But yeah, y'all definitely want to. Let me see. Oh, there you go. Oh no,
that's the YouTube link.
It sounds good, but I will keep that up for a while. And if anything, you just send us a message so then that way you can take full advantage of that sale. Shakira, listen, any last words for anybody on here that's listening that's curious about getting in mobile home investing? And they just saw you, they inspired. What would your message be to them?
What's coming to me right now is to do it scared and know that you're gonna grow as you go, but you have to go and do it and don't wait for nobody. But the importance, like invest in your education, do the program, like with mobile home elite investors, do it. Don't get analysis paralysis, trying to be on YouTube all day, every day. Go ahead and make the investment because you're going to pay for money regardless, whether you have a coach or not. You're going to pay mistakes, but some of those mistakes can be avoided by having that mentorship and that support. So do it. Bet on yourself, invest in yourself, and know that understand the difference between an expense and an investment that produce assets. This was an investment that produced assets, and this is just the beginning for me, y'all.
Hey, so
let's go. Yeah. I love it,
man. Shakira, this has been another great episode. One for the archives. I love it. I think these episodes, so many people get inspired, right? Because again, they see Sharnice and us. They, some people know our story. For the ones who don't, but they get a chance. Another veterinarian or another doctor can come on here and just say, man, wow, like I got the same schedule as her. Like she's able to do this, right? Another, Black queen can look at you and like, wow, okay, I see her. I think I can do that. So I'm again, it's a blessing that you're on here and inspiring. You've been dropping a lot of gems. Make sure y'all go back and watch this because she gave y'all some plays low key though.
She did.
Gave y'all some plays low key.
She did. So y'all better go back and take notes because my sis was dropping all the gems tonight. Thank you again, Shakira, for joining us, blessing our audience, blessing your peers, and just continuing to be the light that you have been in mobile home investing.
Yes. So next week.
Okay.
Oh man, anytime. My bad.
Yeah, it's just coming full circle for me. Like back when I was watching these interviews, I found them to be so helpful. Like so helpful listening to y'all on Clubhouse back when it was popping. Like I learned so many things. Yes. I didn't even know about Clubhouse until Byron mentioned it in one of the interview series way back. And I was like, what is that?
I know Clubhouse was popping. Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, I remember your Clubhouse.
I used to be on Clubhouse going in
all day. I'll be like, all right, babe, it's time to put it up now. Just in that talk. 10 hours later.
That's because I was new to it. So they'd be like, yo, bro, I want you to come on stage. And then I'm like, all right, cool. And they're like, what time? I'm like, they be like 6 o'clock. I get on at 6 o'clock and it's like 30 people on stage. So then I'll be waiting for like 10 o'clock just to say, Hi, my name is Byron, and I'm a mobile home investor.
Yeah, I'm like Clubhouse is different. And we still got friends that's going crazy on Clubhouse, but it's different. You gotta have it's different. But no, that's
It
so
is.
funny. So yeah, thank you again. Thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all catch the replay. Make sure y'all take notes. Catch all the gems that Shakira dropped. Make sure you subscribe, like, make sure you share our channel, and make sure you follow us on Instagram at Mobile Home Elite Investors.
Yep. And then last but not least, tomorrow's our last live free training, y'all, for the year. Nicole Briscoe will be hosting that, talking about the secrets of mobile home investing. You can visit mobilehomeeliteinvestors.com/links to register. Again, this is the last one, so you don't want to miss
take
this
advantage,
one.
Tap in.
Definitely tap in, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we got some great stuff coming ahead for y'all. But we, again, super excited. Last chance to get your 75% off. All right. Make sure you get that. Shakira, thank you so much for your time. You've been amazing. Thank you for blessing the audience with your amazing journey. Keep on killing it. We cannot wait to see what's next for you. Man, we looking forward to it.
Yes. Until next time.
Awesome, y'all. See y'all later. Have a blessed one, y'all. See y'all.